A Kentucky law focused on relieving the foster care system is still facing a funding dispute. In 2024, lawmakers passed Senate Bill 151, also known as the Kinship Bill, to support family members who might want to become legal guardians of children taken away from an abusive home. WHAS 11's Jose Alonso joins us now in studio to tell us more. Jose.
Alex, this law allows kinship caregivers to receive the same benefits as foster parents, while also giving children a voice on who cares for them and extra time to navigate the legal process. Although the law didn't call for extra funding, the agency responsible for putting it into action continues to say it needed it. The state auditor and kinship advocates continue to push for answers.
The Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services is changing their regulations to put a law benefiting families under kinship care into action. But according to State Auditor Allison Ball's attorney, who spoke during a public comment session for this action,
that the Cabinet will not give kinship caregivers their legally entitled 120-day window unless the Cabinet gets specifically the state general funds it wants to execute that law.
The Cabinet says it still needs the funding possible to enact this law, which gives families within kinship care more time to navigate legalities and get the same benefits as foster parents. It's a law advocate Norma Hatfield has been fighting for.
I became one myself back in 2014. We feel forgotten. We feel like we're not a priority. We take the kids in, happy to do so, blessed to do so, but there's not enough resources that are out there.
The state auditor's office filed a lawsuit earlier this year against the governor and the cabinet within Franklin Circuit Court. She claims they weren't complying with her investigation. It was dismissed by a judge, but is now facing an appeal by the auditor. In a new statement, Governor Andy Beshear's office says, quote, the governor has stated multiple times implementing Senate Bill 151 requires funding, and the Kentucky Supreme Court agrees. Yet the General Assembly failed to do so in both the 2024 and 2025 legislative sessions. Despite their lack of action, Governor Beshear plans to include funding in his next budget to move these policies forward to help these children.
I'm saddened in regards to that it's taken this long. And until I actually see the law being implemented, I'm just going to keep watching it.
The auditor's public comments also included claims that thousands of dollars were spent by the cabinet for lunches and other services. The governor's team did not immediately respond to this claim, but says it will consider and respond to these public comments by January 15th. We also asked the author of this kinship law, Republican Senator Julie Rocky Adams, about if she plans to propose the general funds that the cabinet is seeking in the upcoming 2026 regular session. In a statement, she says in part, quote, conditioning that protection on future appropriations runs counter to both the intent of the law and the reality that the cabinet has acknowledged resources are available. Reporting live in studio, Jose Alonso, WHAS 11 on your side. Alex.